What's cooking, Juventus fans? Welcome back to your old lady's favorite YouTube channel. Do you want a left back? Who wants a left back? Somebody wants a left back? You are getting a left back. Juventus have their sights set on one potential transfer for Juventus to gather in the upcoming Mercado. We'll talk about him. We got an update on De Ligt, and then we have some other topics we got to talk about in today's video. Stick with us. We'll fill you in now. Ciao ragazzi, welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Justin Sofro. Today, it's February 15th. It's a Tuesday of 2022. And of course, I've got your latest rundown of all things Juventus, all the news that you care about each and every day, in and out of here as quickly as possible. I know I say that, but then I end up talking way longer than I expect to talk. So anyway, that's a promise, but not a guarantee. You know what I meant. Anyway, guys, if you could, go ahead and smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, also hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. Let's just go ahead and jump into it and what we have today in the news for Juventus. First up, we got to talk about our boy, Matthijs de Ligt. We got to talk about the situation regarding his ongoing potential renewal with the club. And also, of course, this is my opportunity to tell Barca fans to sit down, shut up, and deal with it. All right. Tudo Sports reporting that De Ligt is moving towards a renewal until 2025. He is happy in Turin and would accept a new contract with Raiola, asking to lower the clause. Juve wants to keep him at all costs, despite many clubs being interested. So, of course, you're going to expect Raiola to want to lower that clause, so that way if he wants to move in the future, it can be more easily done through the manager and player, less money, all that good stuff. But Juventus right now, I think there's been a lot of stuff in the news ongoing. You know, you've heard rumors, you've heard all the nonsense about this club wants to De Ligt wants to leave Juve. He's not happy at Juve. And then you see De Ligt put all the stuff he's been putting out, pro Italy, pro enjoying his time there, singing whatever, all that good, all the, nonsense, but still fun stuff. Really just showing you that he wants to stay in Italy. It's his way of doing it on social media. But it looks like right now, if he can stay until 2025, hopefully they can renew it even longer down the line. I think he's going to be one of the best, if not the best, center back defenders going on into the future in the world. If Juventus can keep him, they will be good for a long while, especially looking at having to replace Chiellini and Bonucci in the near future, especially Chiellini, who's out. Yes, maybe Gatti will be good, but it'll take some time. I don't think he is a class in the same weight class as De Ligt when it comes to his skill and talent, raw talent right now. Anyway, let's move on from there. De Ligt staying. Barca fans, suck it. Let's continue on with Genoa. We got to talk about them, because Calcio Mercato is reporting that there have already been initial contacts between Juve and Genoa for Andrea Cambiaso. And then with Genoa asking for about 10 to 12 million euros. So there you go, guys. Everybody who's constantly in our lives, constantly in our videos, constantly leaving comments about Juve need a left back. They're going to get you a left back. So calm down. They're going to get you a left back. All right. And it looks like it might be Andrea Cambiaso. And he might be the young option that they really like there from Genoa. So I'd be interested to see, is Juventus going to add a couple players from Genoa next year? Are you going to have Cambiaso coming in, as well as is Nicolo Ravella going to end up coming in, especially when you already own him? But I also wonder how this is going to pan out. You've added Zakaria. They also talk about wanting a big-time midfielder name, so I'm interested to see how this plays in the future. Next up, going off of that, though, we also got to talk about Mirko de Natale's report saying that the hottest target for the left-back position for Juventus is Cambiaso. The two clubs have already started talking about it, so as we said, more confirmation there. But then also goes on to say, but Juve are also following other profiles, such as Udogi, Wijndal, and of course, Parisi. So those are some other options. I know Wijndal's thought of pretty highly. A lot of people like him. I don't know personally my opinions when it comes to the other two players, if they seem that those are viable options. Of course, right now, your option is Alexandro. And it's been a while since I've said a lot of positive things about Alexandro. So we'll see. It seems like Cambiaso might be the top option for Juventus, but some of those other names are not to be discounted as well. All right, and then we have Nicolo Schiera, sorry, my friend, if you're watching, goes on to say, basically about Cuadrado, he's going to renew with the club, saying Juan Guillermo Cuadrado is set to extend his contract with Juventus until 2023 at about 5 million euros per season, with an option to 2024. I think there was some consternation and some reports about could Cuadrado end up going to, I think, was it somewhere in the Middle East, Saudi Arabia or something like that, to end up playing because they're going to offer him maybe more money than Juventus would. It seems more and more likely if you're Juan Cuadrado. Yeah, you may take a little bit of a less amount of money to stay and play at Juventus, but you're also playing in top tier competition and you can play for a Champions League. You're not going to be playing for it over there. No offense to their other leagues. Now let's continue on though. Going off of that though as well, Tuttosport had to chime in about Cuadrado and his potential staying with Juventus, saying Cuadrado will sign a new deal, but then they go on to talk about other players. The same goes for De Sciglio. So De Sciglio and Cuadrado will end up staying with the club at least for another season or two for both players. De Sciglio seems to be about 2 seasons. I hope it's not the long-term one that was being reported for whatever money. He's fine, but he hasn't earned that, let's be honest. Goes on to talk about Perin and Bernardeschi's future being uncertain. Mattia would like to be a starter. Berna would like to stay, but he will have to take a big pay cut. So, of course, Mattia Perin, we talked about this for a long, long time. I could see him more and more likely leaving the club. It's been that way. He's been wanting to not really even stay with Juventus for the beginning of this year, let alone to stay for another season. If it's his option, he's going to find somewhere where he can be a starter. His goal, his dream is to play and make the roster for the Italian national team. He's not doing that by being on the bench all the time, so he'd like to move on and potentially be a starter somewhere else. So I don't see him staying. We'll see if this happens again where Juventus end up keeping him for another season or they can talk him into it. I'm doubtful for him. Bernardeschi, though, again, we've been pushing it too, and I agree. The only way that I would really entertain keeping him for a lot longer or a couple more seasons or a full renewal would be if he takes a big pay cut. You're not making 4 million euros doing what you're doing and what you've done for the last few seasons for Juventus. Anyway, let's continue on. The last bit of the news that we have for you for today is talking about Dybalovic. And of course, we got to talk about Paulo Dybala and my favorite topic of the day, which is the Paulo Dybala Dusan Vlahovic bromance that they've really developed with each other. And when I say that, it just means, it's good to see them celebrating and see how well they work together. Judo Sports reporting saying that Vlahovic confirms that Dybala, Juve is on the rise. Let's reset that. Vlahovic confirms Dybala, and that's the title from Judo Sport. Juve is on the rise with the arrival of the Serbian and the use of the trident that has made Dybala perform very well. Now the renewal is closer as the club wants him to stay. So I think he's starting to be able to see, hey, the addition of this guy, the investment that they made in Dusan Vlahovic is beneficial to not only him, but to me as well. I'm able to do more. I'm able to have less of a target on my back because they got to focus on this brick bleep house over here that's doing what he does. So I'm able to utilize my skills and my abilities much more, obviously scoring recently, not the last match, but then able to perform better overall. So hopefully I'd like to see more of that. As long as there's one season we got of what you would call Dibaldo or whatever with Ronaldo and him and how they played. They had one good season together, 2019-2020 season. But this, I feel like, can develop into something special with Dusan Vlahovic and Paulo Dybala really working to each other's best interests and best talents to be able to be exerted out there on the field. Also, you've seen it too in the Trident with the way that Morata has performed. He's performed better than he has in a while. So I'd like to see that and see how they develop that, especially with the return of potentially Chiesa down the line, and then if they get anybody else out there as well. So let me know your thoughts on the topics we talked about today. What are your thoughts on De Ligt? I had hope that you would want to keep him. If you want to sell him or if you want to get rid of him, I want to know what mental institution you're checked into currently, as well as if you wanted to let me know about your thoughts on the left back position. I know you all love to let me know about your thoughts on the left back position. Today is your day. Let me know what you think about Andrea Cambiaso, about bringing him to Juventus, or do you like any of the other names that I mentioned as well? And of course, I know you'll talk about how you don't want to hear about Dybala and his renewal, but hopefully that renewal will get done sooner and sooner. We'll see you guys. Wait, before we do it, Make sure you hit the like button, smash that subscribe button, hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. Otherwise, you can miss some of our videos, miss some of the important news and the important when we go live and all that good stuff as well. So make sure you're doing all that. Make sure you've also remembered to go ahead and retweet and like the what's it called? The Twitter, the Twitters. I'm an old man over here. The tweeters. Get on Twitter, retweet and like the tweet that we sent out, advertising about our giveaway. That way, you'll be entered in for a chance to win an official number 7 official Juventus home shirt for Dusan Vlahovic, celebrating his addition to the club and really a monumental purchase that they did for the winter mercado, at least. Anyway, guys, that'll do it for today. I appreciate you all. See you all next time. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri.